Welcome to All.is.one.Fitness, everybody. I am Allison. Today, lower body workout, but with more of an emphasis on the inner thighs. 45 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're repeating everything twice. What I love to do is make subtle differences the second time around, especially in this workout. So you'll see the same things happen in round two with like a little add-on or a little extra this. You don't need anything. You will, well, that's a lie. If you have lighter hand weights, grab those. But if you don't have these and you don't have anything, that is fine. So if you want a mat, perfect. But besides that, well, let's get rocking.
Squats is something that we do all the time, but for this workout, I want you to focus on the squeeze of those inner thighs. Imagine there's a pillow, a little workout ball in between those knees. If you feel the squeeze in those inner thighs, it's going to change what this squat means in this moment.
Alright, so you're going into a side lunge. Side lunge. Squeeze those inner thighs on the way up and do a little lift of that heel. So it's a two-parter. So side, squeeze, lift and lower. You want that squeeze the whole time.
Same with this movement. We've done side lunges in the past, but I want you to focus on the squeeze of those inner thighs, especially when you lift that heel up and down. If you are squeezing those inner thighs, that balance Make sure when you're stepping sideways that your weight is going back into that heel just a little bit so that booty is back and that knee is in line over the
Head down to that floor. You're going into a little bit of a frog. So squeeze those heels and you're just going to frog out and in.
The key with this is after you frog out, you don't want to relax those inner thighs. You still want to keep that squeeze and feel as if you're trying to cross those legs even though they won't. When you're doing these crisscrosses, you want to rotate from those hips, squeeze those inner thighs together, and feel the cross happening from the inner thighs. If you think the cross is happening at your ankles, you're not going to get that inner thigh connection that we are looking for.
If you want a core workout, you can do this and lower and lift those
The key with this is to feel your hips stacked on top of each other. Really flex that foot and remain parallel with that leg. It's going to help work the outer part of that.
Second time around, it's going to be ever so slightly different with some of these. All right, just flip over to that other side. You can always just roll over to the face of the back if you want to.
Start to feel your leg rotating. It means you are lifting that leg a little too high. Keep it small, keep it tiny, feel those hips stacked even on that.
All right, head to your back, up onto those toes. You're going into a bridge with abduction. So up, open, close, down. Up, open, close.
The key with this is we are starting from a narrow parallel bridge. That already is going to have those inner thighs fired and engaged. Keep that squeeze going, especially when you're abducting those legs back into that center. Squeeze the entire.
So you're going into a side lunge going through that center. So from here, all you're going to do is just go over to one side. I kind of have to do a little figuring it out. Coming up and
the key for this one is the setup. Think wider sumo squat so you can transfer from one side to the next without that knee going over those.
Yes! Alrighty, so for this next one, you're just gonna stay in a wide second and you're gonna pulse it out here. So, up, down, squeeze.
For this wide sumo squat pulse, feel the rotation happening from those legs, feel those glutes engaged, inner thigh working, keep everything nice and tiny, and those quads this time around are going to get that burn.
Again, second time, this will be a little different. Hello, inner thigh. Come on up. All right, you get a breather. So, if you want to, grab those weights for the second time around. You got 20 more seconds on that clock. You don't need those weights for now. We'll use them in a second. But starting with just your regular now, narrow, parallel pulse squat. So, up and down. This time, lift
I love adding in moments of just subtle changes. It still is working from that first set, but you're pushing yourself just a little bit more. That heel lift alone can be quick, but try to slowly come on down as best as you can.
Woo! Come on! All right, side lunge with a squeeze in, up and down. Side lunge, squeeze in, up and down. Side.
Even though we're not adding a subtle difference in this one, I want you to still feel that squeeze the entire time. Maybe your goal is to lift that heel a little bit higher.
Move you back. Shake it out. Heading over to that second side. Woo-hoo. Here we go. Woo. Head down to that floor. Keep those weights nearby. You're going into your little bit of a frog. Actually, I'll face this way. So, in, squeeze, heel to click.
We are adding in what I like to call those Dorothy heel clicks. So after you frog out, keep those inner thighs squeezed and then open and close. Think quick little beats in those heels.
Click, click. All right, this next one is those beats. If you want to get dancey, you can do cross, 2, 3, 4, flex and open, squeeze and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, flex, squeeze.
This is gonna get a little dancery on all of us. So you're doing those crisscrosses. You are opening to a wide second. Go to what your flexibility is for yourself. Do not try to match what I am doing. Keep those legs turned out. Flex those feet on the way up. That's gonna get those in.
Already shaking. Woo! All right, this is where those weights come in. So you're gonna lay on your side. I'm gonna take both of my weights. I'm gonna put them on and add a little extra. So, lift, lower.
The subtle difference we are doing with this one is just adding hand weights into the mix. You would like to have them on top of your thigh. Do not put them down by your knee or up too high on those hips. In between, just to
switch over to that other side. You don't have to add these in. That's just a little extra if you want.
So close to that end, almost there. Keep going, and if you need to take those weights away,
head to the back. So this is your bridge. You're just gonna add arms into the mix. So you're going to lift, open, close, drop.
the bottom half of our body is still doing the same thing from part one, squeeze those inner thighs, but if you want to add a little extra for your upper body,
Woo! Come on down. All right, you got your side lunges. If you want to, you can hold on to these weights for a little extra. So take wide.
goes for these wide second transfers. You're gonna keep the bottom half the same, exactly how it was. Just hold on to those weights and lift those elbows. Don't let
Either going away from me. All right, come on in. I'm gonna put these away. You're just adding a heel lift now in your giant sumo squats. So wide seconds. So I'm gonna go pulse, two heels.
Just like we did in those first squats, we are adding a heel lift. The heel lift gets you into that shakedown. It targets those quads. Trust me, you are going to be shaking and feeling that burn all the way to the very end.
Last 15 seconds, we got this. Go lower. Yes. Woo, woo. Finishes out. Up, down. Up, down. Okay. All right, y'all. You just did some good old inner thigh, outer thigh, quads a little bit. Boom, we did it. That booty was involved, all of that lower body. Thanks for joining. Again, hope you're doing well. Put those comments down. How did it go? Subscribe, hit that bell so you are notified when the next workout comes, and I will see you later.